Guys, I'm Lafaga Pinga, whereby I'm going to present some other PHP functionalities when we are developing our systems or when we want to hide some other words or our data which we have entered into the database from uh, some other hackers. So therefore, here we are going to introduce you to the topic of tokens, converting the plain text into the token. Now, I'm going to use the Android PHP compiler. Now, let's get started by opening a PHP function. Now let's the rest and question mark, let's put question mark, then PHP, then we say uh let's put another function, then we have omitted the PHP. Now as we have closed this PHP rest question mark, then PHP, then question mark, greater than, like that. Now we have opened this PHP file. Now let's get started by initializing our text. What we want this PHP to do. We want to initialize the plain text first. After initializing the plain text, then we'll continue by converting those plain text into some other tokens. So when we are putting a plain text into a token, it means that as the system or as the program is displaying, or as the time your browser is trying to display the text uh to the user, and the user is not going to see the actual statement or the plain text as you have entered into your database, but he or she is just going to see some other complicated alphabetical letters. Now, let's get started by initializing our first plain text by saying text is equal to, then let's open the quotation mark, then let's close, then let's write what we want to put it into the tokens. Now let's try by looking this statement. This is my first tutorial at Zuzu University. Now you can see this is my first tutorial at Zuzu University. Now in this we can select or we can choose the word or the this what we call as an alphabet which we want us to omit. Now for example, let's choose I for us to omit. Then let's call another variable which is a dollar sign delimiter is equal to, let's initialize this, is equal to, let's put this quotation mark, then let's omit, then let's put I, let's choose I for us maybe to omit from the statement of this is my first tutorial at Nzozo University. Now as I've initialized this point of delimiter is equal to quotation mark I, then let's call another variable which is a dollar sign token. Now don't forget that we are working with tokens. Now let's call this variable as tokens. is equal to, now let's put is equal to sign and call a strtalk function. Bear in mind that when we are putting the plain text into the token, we use strtalk function for us to display what is expected to be. Then let's what we want to put it into token. It's a plain text. And now, as you can look from the first of the text, we have called some two variables, a $sign text and a $sign delimiter. Now, these two variables are going to put onto the variable of tokens. Now, into which is a function of strtalk function. Now, let's put a $sign text, which is our first variable, then a $sign delimiter as our second variable. Then after doing this, you have called a function of tokens, whereby you have initialized, after you have initialized some two variables, which is text. This is my first tutorial at Moses University. Then a delimiter of I. Then let's look this by looking into some other types of loops which are applied in PHP. Now we are going to apply while loop in this PHP statement for us to compile or to display quick tokens from this statement. Now let's call a while loop. While, then let's open. What we want to initialize in this loop, we are going to initialize the $sign tokens, because we're working with tokens. While tokens is equal to is not equal to is equal to, then we put not on front, is not equal to false. Then let's open our brace. Then let's echo this. After calling this while loop, then you are going to print what you have called for, what you are looping. Now we are looping the tokens. Now let's try to display that. Now we are going to say echo, then $sign tokens. Then let's concatenate our tokens as a variable. Then let's call, we want this token to be in each and every token to be at each line, meaning we are going to put our new lines. We are going to establish some other new lines for this token to be displayed. Now for PHP automatically to recognize that this variable or this token has got its own line, is needed to be displayed on its own line. PHP recognize /n as a new line. Let's open that. Then let's terminate this. Let's put /back n. Then PHP, as it is going to display this text or a token, is going to recognize this as a new line. Now after doing this, then let's proceed by initializing the same tokens for it to be displayed, because we have called the loop that while this is not false, then is going to display true. Then if it's not, if it's false, then is not going to display. Now let's initialize another variable, which is tokens again. Then tokens is equal to, then we are going to call the function of tokens, which is string talk again. Then we are going to open, then let's terminate the statement, and then what we want to put into the token, it's the delimiter. We have called a variable of delimiter in fourth line. As you can see here, its delimiter is equal to I. We have initialized I. Now let's call that I to be put in token. Now we are going to say string talk, then $sign. We're going to put a $sign delimiter. As you can see now, I've called that delimiter to be put into a token. Then let's put a closing brace like that. Now if you can see this code, we have opened our PHP, we have closed the PHP. Now we have initialized the first variable, which is text, saying this is my first tutorial at Nzuzu University. Now I've called another variable which is a $sign delimiter. Then I've initialized the word I want to omit from the word of this is my first tutorial, which is I. I want to omit that I from the plain text. Now I've put on fifth line of code, you can see there is a token which has been initialized as a token function, and I've put some other two variables of which I've initialized at the first, which is text and the delimiter. Then I've called a loop which is while loop. Then if the loop is not false, then it's going to echo or display the tokens, the new lines, token new lines. Then that delimiter is going to be put into a token. Now, because I'm learning it on Android, then this is going to rely or depend on internet. Now let's save this, then try to learn this code. Let's try to compile this code. Let's try to compile this code to see what is going to be displayed. Now PHP is learning. PHP is learning. Now we have got problem on line 7 as constant. Instead of false, I've written false. Instead of false, I've written false. Now sorry for that. Let's save it. Let's learn it again. Let's learn it again. Let's learn this. It is trying to compile. PHP is trying to compile. It's trying to compile. Let's see. Let's hope it's going to be displayed. Let's see. Let's see. Network is down. Network is down. Let's try to learn it again. Personal page. Let's see. Now you can see that now the token has been performed. Now this is my first tutorial at Nzuzu University. Now you can see that the plain text has been put into some tokens. Now you can never see where I is. You can never even see. Now by doing this, you can even omit some more by putting you can put comma. You want to omit maybe you want to omit maybe T, like that. You want to omit that T from the plain text. This is my tutorial point at Zuzu University. Now you can be calling this, you can be initializing this by buy continuously, as more as you can, as more as you want, then the program it will work properly. Okay, let's see this. We have initialized three arrays, which is I, U, and T. We want to remove these alphabetical letters from our statement. This is my first tutorial at Zuzu University. Now let's try to save this and learn it again to see what is going to be displayed on our screen. Now you can see PHP is trying to compile the program. Let's see the observations. Let's see. Yeah, programming is fun. Programming is so sweet. Programming, coding, it's so nice. So you can see that PHP is trying to compile. Now the network is down. Network is down. It's down on my screen. Let's try to learn it again. Unexpected network errors. Now let's try do this. Let's do this. Let's wait for a while until the network comes. Now it has come. Now let's try to learn the program again. Now let's see. Now you can see that we have put the statement of this is my first tutorial at Zuzu University in these tokens. Now you can see there is H, S, S, M, Y, F, R, S, O, R. Then we have omitted I, U, T from this is my first tutorial at Zuzu University. Now, this is how the plain text is converted into the token. Thank you guys for being patient, for listening, for watching this tutorial point. May God bless you. May God impart you some more programming or coding skills as we are going to learn from this tutorial. Then may you be blessed. Bye. We'll meet to another tutorial.